Hi guys, it never entered my mind to do a what sold video today. I'm just not used to doing them. So I've already got 2 packages done. Let's see, we don't want to show the people. Uh, this package is 2 Valentines. I've had Valentines listed. I had a huge bunch from an estate sale about a year ago, and they've just routinely sold. There were some that had movable parts, and they were more die cut and 3D and more Victorian looking, and I've made my money back. But anyway, this lady bought a $10 one and a $6 one. I combined shipping, so I had to pay her back a little bit of money. But anyway, I mean, for me, having had these paid and I didn't get in to edit them, that's a good sale. And then I gave her shipping discount and told her, hey, I've got a ton more Valentines. I'll make you a great deal. So let's hope that that goes good. And then this, which I already did. Gosh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I got to get out of the habit of showing you people here. This is a Predator camo shirt. It's I thought, I mean, it's really cool when you see it, and I'm sorry I already wrapped it up. So I pick up almost all camo because I can get at least 15 plus shipping on almost anything. And this was a really cool looking one. I thought maybe I would get more. And let me go see what I actually did get on this. I'm not even honestly sure. Let me go look here. And I will tell you what I got for that. I've got 32 orders total going out today. That includes the one combined order. Let me see here. My computer's really slow. Probably, I have a second computer over here that I use for listing, and it's a little bit newer and a little bit faster, but this has my printer hooked to it, so even though I have another another printer that goes with that one, this computer is just super slow. So sorry. Let me see. I guess I'll just pull it up here. Let me just go to this window. I want to say it was like 16 plus shipping for it. It was a real heavy canvas camo too, so I'm kind of surprised that it's not going for as much. Let me look here. Trying to do a search, but my computer's so slow that, you know, when I'm trying to do something like search all my old orders, in the last 90 days, though, I've sold 787 items for a total of $26,273.84. Okay, not my goal, though. It sounds like a ton of money, but by the time you pay eBay, you know, pay the shipping out of that, that's really not where I need to be. It's okay considering that I still was kind of recovering from helping my mom, but it's not really where I want to be. Okay, well, my computer just isn't going to let me. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's just. Okay, let's go. I will tell you in a second here. Boy, sorry guys, this is like hurry up and wait, huh? It's thinking, it's thinking. This is how slow my computer really is. I really do need to consider getting another one, but sometimes it's super, super fast. That's what's so strange about it, is that sometimes, you know, it's not near this slow, so I have no idea. I'm just getting ready my next one, so it'll go faster after this. I'm just on a second window. I am pulling up my next order. When I was getting ready to ship this next one, I thought, oh man, I should have like shown you what I have. Okay, so Predator camo shirt, and it was $25 plus shipping, so a total of $37.18 is what the customer paid. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's go to orders awaiting shipment now. And we'll just shut this second window because we don't need it. Okay, so here we go. So it's pulling up. All right, next is this pair of Rock Revival jeans. You can tell how I just package everything ahead so that on shipping day, other than making this video, I can get 32 orders out very, very quickly. And the other reason I do this is like, if I had to go to the bins and I got trapped away and there were a couple orders that kind of filtered through that needed to be shipped, my husband is willing or trained enough, you know, he's willing to help me with whatever, but he's trained enough that he can come down here, open up the computer, and then I just walk him through it on the phone. I have my laptop there, and I just say, okay, click here, click here. Eventually, the goal is obviously to teach him how to do it from start to finish. He can go pull everything. He understands my inventory system and all of that. So that's really good. Okay, so let me get down to this order. I already had it, and I already checked to make sure that this person only ordered one thing. The way you do that is, and I don't know how to screen share, so I'm not, you know, able to do that. Plus, it shows people's names. So for this thing, it wouldn't be a good idea anyway. But you go to your awaiting shipment orders page. You highlight the person's name or their username, and then you go Control F. And that will pull up the find box, and it will automatically go in there, and you just click enter, and it'll say one order, or if you do have multiple orders, it'll say 2 or 3. So for this one, yeah, $60 plus $73.35. These were the Rock Revival Rocky Straight. And I did a lot of work because I found 2 pair of Rock Revival, and I did a lot of work authenticating, making sure every single button on the pants said RR, you know, in the back, making sure that the stitching was quality and really thick stitched. I did a lot of reading about it because I just have always avoided them, but these 2 were from kind of a, you know, a local thrift in Wyoming, and I knew they were real. I just had a feeling that some college kids had donated them. I'm not saying we don't get fakes where I live and that that's not possible, but I really felt confident, and I put all those things in the listing, and these sold within about 4 hours. So technically speaking, I might have underpriced them. Okay, so this is 1 pound, 13 ounces, and it's just going to go in that padded flat rate. So let's see. The customer paid $9.75 because that's what my shipping for padded flat rate is, and it's going to charge me $8.30 in this case. So I'm going to get that one going. I missed the boat. I'm out of these. This is my last envelope. It saves me a ton of tape to just slip these in here. But I let myself run out, and we've had blizzards. So they've been on order. They should be coming. Same with my tape from Uline. This is all the tape I have left. Oh, this helps. This is all the tape I have left, which I do have some big UPS things going out today. And so, yeah, not going to be good. But... So it's going to be really sad. Now I'm going to have to use more of my tape is the problem. So if you're out of one or the other, it's no big deal. You know, if you're out of envelopes but you have tape, not a huge deal. It's more expensive. It's not smart to do it that way, but it isn't good. And I'm old-fashioned. I do not use a Rolo or whatever. I just feel like every video I watch, people are having trouble with their Rolo and stuff. So I just use just a very normal printer. The ink is super cheap. I can print just hundreds and hundreds of items for the cost. And anyway, okay, Rock Revival out of here. I'll be doing good if these go anywhere today. It's such a storm out, as I already made a different video about the weather, and so I'll just get my scan. That's the least I can do. Okay, this is a camo, kind of a camo military shirt, actual military issued. I have 3 or 4 of these. I find them all the time because where I source is near a military base in Cheyenne, Wyoming, so I find these all the time. These I either got at the bins or I didn't pay much for them. Maybe they were a garage sale find this summer. I truly can't remember, but I have a ton of these exact ones. They have kind of the elbow reinforcement, and people really like them. So let's see what I sold this one for. It wasn't some huge sale, and I know I saw in there I have 1 or 2 of these left. So the medium is probably the problem. They're not a huge seller. So I sold 10 plus shipping on this, and I have 2 more available. So yeah, so I probably would not pick these up again except at the bins because I think I had them priced higher, and if I do pick them up again, I'm gonna have to know. Actually, these are new with tags too, so that's what makes it not the best thing. I'm going to have to know that if I pick these up again, even new with tags in a size medium, not a good pickup unless I'm just paying $1. Okay, so I'm copying this person's name, and then I'm going to Control F, and I only see that they've only ordered one thing. I wish eBay would at least put the orders together if they've ordered two things, even if the shipping isn't combined, but they don't. If they've ordered from you in the past, it'll say repeat buyer, but if they order from you on the same day and they've never ordered from you before, it won't. So I learned that from a group that I'm on, and so anyway, yeah, this is just 1.01 pounds. I know I technically could have done first. Let's see. No, I couldn't even have done first class anyway. But I think probably if if it didn't have the tags, it would probably have gone first class. Same thing. I charged $8.99. This is an older listing I had. Now that shipping is going up, I'm trying to just get a little padding. I'm not trying to overcharge, but just a little padding. In this case, I don't have to buy an envelope, but to just buy my mailers with. And my customers are fine with it, especially when I sell nice things. So anyway, I'm going to purchase this, and then I'm going to have to tape. Ugh. That's the pits, because hopefully there's enough tape for my other 30 items. I'm going to have to be kind of real careful with it. I don't have any eBay tape. I have like nothing else to do. So Uline said my tape was shipped on the 28th, and today is the 3rd of January. So 9/31. So I mean, it's been 5 or 6 days, and normally I get my shipments within 3 days. But it's been a weekend, then it's been a holiday, and then the roads have been closed. So I'm sure it's more UPS than anything. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm a slow shipper, but I am very, pretty detailed, and I don't, mess up or send the wrong thing to people very often. A lot of people use the bulk shipping, and that's great. But I'm on Daily Refinement and Tech and Sports mentoring page, and I think for a while Chris was doing bulk shipping, but Tech never has. And I just always thought, too, that it was super, super risky. And then I felt better when I saw that he also doesn't think it's the best idea. I know some people would take all their packages and they write the thing on it, and then they print a bunch of labels and stick them on. I just feel like by the time I write the name of what this is, I can just pull it, find it, and ship it. That's just my own opinion on it. Okay, this is a big cooler, like drink thing. That's why I hate that I prepackage. My ship with me videos aren't going to be as interesting as someone else's. But I will start posting my eBay store down below. And so this is called a GOTT, G-O-T-T drink thing. And it's vintage, but it's missing the ice pack that normally comes with it. If it had the ice pack, which I didn't really realize was such a big deal. I think I could have gotten $80 for it, but I had several people ask me, does it have that original ice pack? So I think it's too obscure to really just like go through the thrift looking for that particular ice pack. I don't know if it's marked, so I don't know if you could ever find it unless it's with the cooler, the drink cooler. But anyway, let me see what I ended up getting on this. This is definitely going to be a UPS shipment, I believe, depending on where it's going. Okay, so this is a vintage GOTT Tip and Tap Red 5-quart beverage thermos water jug, and it does say Coors Beer on it. So I ended up getting 40 plus shipping, which is $63.12. Which, I've had this for quite a while. I've had it for several months. I end and sell similar on some of my stuff, so I can't tell you exactly how long I've had something, but I know I've had it at least 3 months, I would say. And I just kept coming down on the price. But yeah, the comps were much higher on this, other than we were missing it. It does have the original box, which was a plus. So let's see where these people live. I'm going to double check my shipping rate. Like I said, I'm just type A. I put everything in, and I go to Pirate Ship if it's something a little bit big that I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. And then I put in a flat rate shipping to the farthest away. And I found that like all my stuff sells to like Virginia and New York and all the big things. So, if I put calculated shipping in there, it was showing to close by customers a ton more. Now, if this had sold to Wyoming, I would have decided, okay, how much overcharged. Did I actually overcharge them? And I would have maybe changed my mind. So on this one, see, I even missed it by a little bit because I just knew that it wouldn't sell. So probably when I edited it, I came down. So they paid $21 in shipping, and it's going to cost by parcel select $23.01. Let me go look at UPS. UPS. Oh, for some reason, maybe they have a PO box. Oh no, UPS is $21.49. So I think since I'm going to UPS anyway with a ton of stuff, I'm going to go ahead and just do UPS. It'll save me a couple bucks. And so I'm going to get that one shipped. I think my dog is wanting in the room here. And then I just always mark out what it is. I mark on it so that I can easily find it, but I mark out what it is, especially at Christmas. You know, you wouldn't think anybody would be embarrassed that they're buying a cooler, but who knows? So it's a privacy thing, so I just mark it out in case it's a gift or whatever. So goodbye. This fit in an extra small. My mom moved from Texas to Wyoming this year, so I still have a lifetime supply of every size moving box you can ever know. I try to specialize in clothing. It's just quicker and easier, but I did hard goods for almost 20 some years. I've been on eBay for over 20 years, and so if I'm walking by something and I see it, then I am most definitely going to pick that up, without a doubt. Okay, so I need to write that down. My son and I, my son is a full-time Amazon seller, but with the way Amazon is, even though he's never been kicked off or anything, it's just gotten scary. And I told him as a mother years ago, you know, people get kicked off Amazon, and he's been full-time, no other job, and full-time is in buying a house and able to support himself for, I don't know, he's 30 now, so since he was about 19 years old. But he believed me, but I think just in these last few years, you know, being on the chat boards, he doesn't hang out on there, but I just think he's had some close friends who he knew didn't mess up, or he like really believed them finally. I think before he just thought it was just people online saying, oh, I got kicked off and I didn't do anything. I think now he knows that that is a true possibility on Amazon, that you can literally not do anything and get kicked off. So anyway, he's a very good sourcer, and he also gets his Amazon returns back and stuff that Amazon all of a sudden decides you can't sell. So he gives them all to me. We split it down the middle. He buys it. He sources. It kind of gives him something more fun to do because he gets kind of bored doing Amazon, even though it's his main income. He also, it's kind of a protection for him to keep up on toys. He does a lot of vintage toys. And so what he does is he fills out the spreadsheet, gives them to me in grocery sacks that are numbered, like number 19. And then my virtual assistant can go in and just make the listing. I do the photos. So basically it's inventory I don't have any cost for, but he does the sourcing and the spreadsheet. So the 50-50 split is actually very lucrative for me too, because I'm not sourcing any of this stuff, and he's about the only person I would trust to, you know, do a listing on eBay and not double check, okay, did he you know what he's doing? Is this really that toy? He's the only person, because I know how serious he is with his Amazon account. There's not any other consignment customer, I don't care if they were a better expert than I am, that I would trust to actually fill out the spreadsheet or without me checking. So anyway, this was his. That's the point of this. This was one that he found. And when he found it, I think we both thought we were going to get about 100, split it, make 50. So anyway, it's going to be a split. We'll each get 20, but he didn't pay much for it. So I'm just writing this down. Normally, I just make a print off of the order and then we look into that. But since I'm talking, I forgot. And I want to make sure he gets paid fairly. Otherwise, he won't give me stuff. But yeah, it really has been a blessing to me to do his stuff. It sounds like I'm getting the raw end of the stick, but living out here in Wyoming, there are some weeks where he can source all week because there's no blizzard up where he lives. And then when we meet up, he'll give me like 50 items, and they're high end enough, even though they're hard goods and they're kind of out of my niche. They're high end enough that I don't have to go to the bins that week because I have enough of my own stuff left plus 50, even more of his items. And so it's actually not just that I'm not putting money out for inventory, but it saves me that $300 driving to Denver, getting a hotel, sourcing, and coming home. So I get half the profit of his stuff, plus I save like $300. Give me just a sec. I'm going to go put this out in my hallway. Okay. I wouldn't do that, but the 32 orders I have don't sound like much, but they're not all clothing. I have actually an Easter Bunny 2-piece Easter Bunny blow mold set that sold. It's huge. I'm going to have to, in a minute, put you on hold, go get it, come back, and you'll see how big it is. But it needs to ship today. I think what I'm going to do is we are trying to get out of town, so I'm going to see if if the roads are actually open. I'm going to load those in my car and try to get them to Laramie, Wyoming, rather than take them to the UPS drop-off here. They're very good. My stuff always gets there. They will scan it, so I've done my job. All I got to do is drop it off. But I just think for my customer's sake, they'll get there better. Okay, this I'm very happy with. This is an Advent Santa. Now, I looked this up, and the ones before Christmas had gone for like $40 to $60, and I thought, you know, this is after Christmas, this isn't going to happen. So I put it at $39.99, and they used my 25% off promotion. So total all in, the customer is $37.91, but I paid $3 for it, and this thing actually, it had like a big black, that's the Goodwill, you know, you gotta love them. So on the back of the Advent calendar, they had a huge black marker mark that said $3. I believe that this was at one of the Goodwills where I got the Christmas half off, but I'm not even sure. Excuse me. I just knew that $3 was a good price. So yeah, $3 into, I'll go to the order here and it'll probably tell me. It probably will. By the way, if I get kicked off, or if my computer says that the video is too long for some reason, then I will just start over. So, but I think I'll make it. Okay, so this, yeah, the customer paid $37.91 all in, and I paid $3. So it would have been about $31, and my profit would have been what, 22 on that, something like that. It's a no, they used my 25% off coupon. So, I don't know. I probably made $20. I'm happy with that. And it's shipping first class, so I made a tiny, tiny bit on the shipping. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Yeah, I sure wish I had not underdone my supplies. It's one of those things where I order 400 or 500 of those envelopes at a time. But it takes like a week to get to me. I have someone on eBay that's from California, so sometimes, you know, I'll get them within 3 or 4 days. I try to order from California all of my supplies, and but this time I had a big bunch there in this dish that I keep them in, and I thought I had plenty, but I've just had so many orders lately, and then I've been with family, and I just missed the boat. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I hate wasting tape. When I buy it cheap on Uline, I order about $100 worth at a time, and so these huge 3-inch rolls are only like, what, $3.75 plus shipping, so maybe $4 at the most, but I really like them. Especially when you see me do my big bunny thing. Okay, this is something I've had for a long time. This is number 2216, and the newer items that I'm typing in now are 3948. So this is definitely something that just didn't turn right away. It's a coat, but kind of a lightweight coat. It's called DDX, and it's kind of an outdoorsy, I wouldn't really say hunting coat. It's just kind of a plain color, though. I'll tell you what size here when I get down here. We got 26 more to go. DDX coat. Okay, so it's a woman's XL, but you know, it's kind of a full zip, and I don't know why I just could not get more money for it. So I took an offer of $6.25 plus shipping, and honestly, I'm happy. I just tried and tried to get that thing to sell. So I'm going to ship this and be happy. This is just a single order. I put them into Control Find, and it's just a single order. Hummy, 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 hum. Okay, and this weighs one. It's going padded flat rate anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I do think on the return, like if they return it, it might matter what cost you have in there. I don't know about that. So I just try to make sure that I have the right weight in there, because if you just put padded flat rate, and I used to just put, 3 pounds because I didn't think it mattered since it was a flat rate thing. But I have heard people who get a return that when the return label prints, it can be different. So I just make sure that I have the exact weight in there. That's just me. Okay, it's going to print. I really like having my stuff done ahead, packaged ahead. And so, for example, if I was trapped out of town, my husband wouldn't have to make that decision. I wouldn't have to explain to him, okay, grab this envelope, grab that. It's already in the right envelope, so all I have to do is tell him to click down. And like I said, when I have him help me ship, when I'm really trapped out of town, I'm on my computer at the same time, and we're pulling up the same screen. And then instead of me clicking print, I just have him click print. Okay, here we go. This is the worst, man. This is like $4 in tape just to ship today. Don't let yourself run out. It is a pain. Don't do it. Don't do it. Plus, the thing is this is what happens, and this is why I hate doing it too, well, I can't show you, sorry, because their name's on there, but anyway, I almost did again. Anyway, it just kind of crinkles the barcode to where when they go to scan it, I think it's just harder for UPS or USPS to kind of do the barcode, but the top of it isn't crinkled. So, and then I'm going to cover the name on that. I know what'll happen too. I'll go down to deliver all these, and then they'll be sitting there. So probably I should have gone to check there first. Okay, let's see. Our next order is a Hallmark ornament. Now, I sold this once. It's a little popcorn ornament. It's supposed to go pop, pop, pop when it's hooked to the tree. I had sold it. They returned it saying it wasn't working. I tried to retest it, but I don't have the mini lights that I need on my tree. So I sold it as untested, just for decoration, not for working. And I only got half the price this time, but it's fine. I still got much more than I paid for it. I kind of covered some of the cost of having to have the other one, having it returned. And so, what did I get this time? I still got $23 all shipped. It's a really cute Hallmark Hop and Pop Christmas ornament. But yeah, I definitely sold it as parts only or untested, no returns. So we'll see. Some people still will try, like but I really don't have that much trouble. Let's see, this is 13 ounces. And let me see here now. I need to, okay, it's ready to go. So I'm going to cross that out. I wouldn't think that that would be a gift this late in the year, but you just never know. So I just cross out the word Hallmark. I've got a lot to do today. It's 11:03. I went to cycling because it was like a blizzard and I didn't know if we'd get out of town. And I thought, I've already missed like a week and a half of working out at any kind of hard working out. I went to Planet Fitness one time when I was out of town. But I thought, I'm just going to live my life and make sure that I'm kind of getting back on track. And So I went, and then I think we are going to be able to go, but I have about 20 more things that my virtual assistant has done, and I want to use those items, those drafts. I want to just finish up the drafts and put stuff away like I always do. And then that way I can have, you know, at least 2 days off. Normally I like to have much more than 10 items a day going in, but these are higher end items that I gave them to do. So I'm comfortable just in order to get out of town and get more. It's what I'm going to have to do. I wish I had like 40 items scheduled before I leave town, but that's not going to happen. Okay, here's our next bag. All right, this is a game called Kazink. I had bought it kind of for gift, like we give a lot of gifts to our church kids at our church, but you know, we just didn't have the right age for this one, and so instead of donating this particular one to the church, I decided to just get, you know, like a $8 profit on it. I'm going to look here and see what it ended up selling for. So $31 all shipped, but I paid $3 at the Goodwill. So I'm going to cross that out in case it's a gift. Anyway, it's called Kazink. So I'm going to put this down here. I better make sure you're still with me here. Yep, 31 minutes. Sorry, guys. Welcome to my shipping time. So yeah, so this is going to cost $10.43, and they paid $13.50. So you know, that's kind of based on where they live, and that's not enough to where I feel like I need to reimburse them. So if it's any more than that, then sometimes I will. It just depends. I mean, that's the agreement they made, and I think I accepted an offer on that. So I kind of take that into account too. You know, when I accept their offers, I'll take a more aggressive offer if they're closer to me, because I know then I don't have to mess with adjusting the shipping or doing anything like that. Here we go. All right. So what I do is I take my phone and I go into my garage and I just pick everything all at once, and I put it in IKEA bags and I bring it in here to my office. The only thing that didn't fit, obviously, is that big Easter blow mold, which I will show you in a minute. Everything else fits. Now this is going UPS because it was cheaper, so I've got to take this out and put it in my UPS pack. I have so many orders sometimes that if I'm not careful, the size of this makes me think that it would be USPS, and I accidentally drop them off at the USPS, and sometimes they'll call me if there's more than one, but it just, you know, it just sits there till the next day and doesn't get the UPS scan. So I'm going to go put this where it goes. Okay. All right. This one is a pair of Athleta shorts. Let's see. I sell shorts all year round, especially if I find them at the bins. Seems like I only got like $8 on these, but you know, it's still a pretty big profit. And sometimes when I list a ton of shorts at once, I'm still, even in the winter, getting, you know, a lot. Now this one, let's see. This is number 2882. So again, I took a decent size clearance on this, so I sold these for only $5.50. They're a size 4 though, and I probably would not pick up size 4s except maybe in the summer. I would like to have a huge you know, variety of shorts, but even at the bins, you know, I'm really trying to go for larger sizes in something like this. It's not something I would probably pick up today if I can get there. Right, what I would do now if I had these, and I was, you know, I'm going to go through a lot of my inventory from before, is I do have a consignment place that caters to college kids, and a lot of the girls in there, when I'm in there looking for my stuff to resell or consigning, they are in this size and they really want these like size 4, size, you know, 2, 4, 6s. So I would have just consigned these. So, yeah, and at the time, too, I was charging $6 first class shipping, and because I did not get in and update this listing, it's now $6.51 to ship it, so I actually lost some money on the shipping, too. So definitely, I might have made $2 if I'm lucky on this one, but that's okay, you know, I do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of listings a month, and so even a $2 profit, I would never try to do a listing for $2. It's just not worth my time, but if it happens on the clearance end of it, I don't really worry about it. I just try to keep sourcing better, thinking through what I'm buying, and making sure that this just happens less and less. But I do think you're always going to have something you get home, it has a flaw, you didn't realize it. Or like this, it probably was left over from summer when shorts, even a size 4, they were selling for $12, $15, and this pair just got caught. It's always a choice, you know, do I keep the price high and keep my store not moving and let that sit there because summer probably, I mean, cruise season is in March, you know, you start to sell shorts again for cruises and things like that. Should I have let it, kept the price high and waited 3 more months? I don't like what it does to the rest of my store. When I do that, it knocks the algorithm down, and I notice all my sales slow down. But, you know, it's fine. Okay, now we are on Polo Ralph Lauren. This is kind of like a polo shirt. It does have a big pony, and it has like 3 colors. But I looked it up, and I found this exact one, and it wasn't worth as much as I had hoped. But I didn't pay much either. This was either a bins or at the most like $3.50. So let's go see what I got on this one. Hummy, 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 hum. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, so this one I got $18 shipped. It was $26.52. I did have a promoted listings fee on that of 10%, but I did not have a coupon, even though my coupons are always there. So let me make sure they didn't order anything else. One of the things I really want to work on this year is getting some more repeat customers, and the only way to really do that is to sell like items or promote yourself a lot. And so probably, I got to make sure no one's texting me. I didn't tell anyone I was doing a video. Let's see. Come on, phone. Okay, so my daughter's going to watch my puppy tomorrow, which is great, so that my husband and I can go to the bins together, and we can just get in and get out. So that's really a huge blessing there. Okay, this one's a little under 12 ounces, so I'm going to put 12 ounces. And, they paid $6.50 in shipping. And see, it's weird. Like, this one's going to Texas, so I would think that it would be quite a bit from Wyoming. But for whatever reason, I'm going to decline that for a minute. For whatever reason, you know, it's only $4.90. So I'm making a little bit of money on this shipping. Let me ask my dad if that's an emergency. I don't think so, but I will ask him while that's printing. Tell him I'll call him in a while. Okay. My dad's 75. He just resigned and gave up his Amazon account. It kills us, my son and I, because we would have helped him, and, you know, and he's more than able to source. I think he just got in with us. I taught him how to do it about 12 years ago, something like that, because I was doing Amazon really heavy, and it was so easy at the time. Like, we literally walked into Target over and over and over and over, and Walmart, and just said, okay, go get this kind of Oreo, go get that. And so he made, you know, what he felt like was a ton of money, and it was just kind of a very simple, you know, thing for him to do. Now, he did all his own shipments, so I don't want to make it sound like he, you know, depended on us. It's just that at the time, it was easy for all of us. We were just real heavy into groceries, and those were the days, man. And, you know, we just, if I could get back to that again. So it was still hard work. Like, we would stay up till 3 in the morning because the Walmarts were open that late back then, before COVID. But all we did was go in and fill our carts with repetitive things. And I'm not saying you can't do that now. I think you still can at some level. But anyway, my dad, he just, a lot of it was the paperwork. He's just, him and his wife, his wife is a little bit younger than him, but she does his paperwork for him, and she just kind of got tired of it. So it's kind of sad for me. It's like, you know, the three of us, him and my son and I, we just used to go do Amazon and have carfuls of toys and groceries. And so it's sad. It's kind of like a passing of time for me. But anyway, you know, he's doing well and he's healthy, so that's all that matters. Okay, so that IKEA bag is full. I've got tons of these IKEA bags. I don't know how many of you are going to hang in here for this entire thing. Sorry, this is not the most exciting video ever. Alright, so I'm going to put this IKEA bag on the floor, and this will become my next post office bag. Alright, let's see what we got next. Okay, this is a toy grenade. I was surprised when my son gave this to me that it was allowed to be sold on eBay, but it has like the right cap, or whatever you want to say, the right color cap, because I double checked. This is one that I did double check him on. I'm like, you know, Cameron, I am not sure we can sell this. So anyway, but you can. There's tons of them on there, and it's okay. I read the, you know, the thing. So anyway, oh yeah, I got to go back and print this off for him so I don't forget to pay him his share. So he gave me a ton of toys, and he had bought all this at garage sales this summer for just next to nothing. So this toy grenade, we got $10 plus shipping. Let me go print this off, the order number for him. So yeah, 10 plus shipping is 16. So we'll each make a little under 5, so probably like $4 each. Not something that we aim for. We aim for, you know, $50 and $100 items, because my son just, you know, it's not worth his time either to do the spreadsheet. But in bulk, we did really good on this toy buyout. Okay, so I'm going to print that for us and then go back to ship this. So that's the only thing. I have just a very few consignment customers. Most of them are like older people in town here. And then my hairdresser gave me some Disney stuff to sell. And, you know, I don't do it for a lot of people, but for my son is my main one. But I've always got to remember on some things to make sure that they're getting paid. And then I have a special folder where whoever's consignment item that was, it goes in their folder. I'm going to put it right here for now, though, because their folder is in the file. And then each week or two I go through, especially with my son, and I make sure that I pay him, because sometimes his check is $500 or $600 just for a week. And then that means that I also, my half was that. He buys the stuff up front on his stuff. I pay the eBay fees. So it kind of equals out. Okay, so I'm sure my dad's calling to ask me if I'm going to head to Denver in this weather. You know, dad is always your dad. So I'm 54, but I know that's what he's calling about. Like, are you really going to drive in this weather? So my husband is going, but only to help me at the bins. It's not because I wouldn't drive myself if I had to. We've got to double check the weather ourselves, see what it's doing out on the interstate. Okay, such a waste of tape. It just kills me. All right, next item here. And it looks like, yes, I'm still filming. Hold in there with me. All right, this is a Wrangler denim shirt. Now, this one is really cool. And I just did a deep dive for myself. I should have recorded it, but I don't know how to, like, record a screen share. I'll have to figure that out, because I do a lot of this kind of stuff. And this one's cool enough with the pearl snaps. I'm thinking I'm going to start trying to fill my store with these, because I find them so often. You know, and I've been taking 18 to 25 on these. I see a lot of people getting 50 and 60 if they hold out. And I'm not willing to hold out forever. I got 29 shipped on this. So for the customer's sake, this is still a $30 purchase. But this one is vintage. It's an extra long tail. So probably, I think in the future, I'm going to start these at 45 to 50 if they have a cool pattern, and just see if I have enough of them, if I can get kind of a business built up with them. I'm doing my Control F, and they only bought one thing. So, okay. So, you know, up until last week, I was thinking that this was a pretty good price because I'm getting most of these for between $1 at the bins or $3. But now that I'm looking at what some people are getting by just having enough of them, I'm thinking maybe I'm undercutting myself a little bit. So, print, print, print. Yeah, it's clear here now. The snow stopped, and actually my windshield melted on its own. So, you know, if you see my video right before this one, it had shown that within 30 minutes my windshield and my car was covered again, but that's all melted off. So it must be above freezing now and improving. And so we're going to make a run for it. I'm going to change all my you know, active listings on bulk. I'm going to change it to 3-day shipping just in case we can't get back. But I'm planning on doing 1 day at the bins tomorrow, staying the night and seeing my mom and doing some local shopping at just regular thrifts, and then coming back and shipping on Thursday. So that's my plan, but my husband won't be here to ship for me. So if we miss it, then, you know, I'll have some late shipments, which I do have the volume to cover myself on. It's just kind of a bad habit to do that, so I don't like to do that on purpose. If one slips through, then that's kind of the way it goes. If I have any pending payments, I will take them with me and try to ship them from this other community on pirate ship is what I will do if they happen to pay. But it's just a hassle, you know. I've got to send it to my mom's email, then she prints the PDF, and I mean, we've made it work. I've done Amazon shipments that way too, because I don't like to be on anybody else's internet, especially not my son's or my dad's, because they had Amazon accounts. So I would use my own Wi-Fi box, send it to my own email or their email, and print it off of there. Having a lot of people in the family reselling is great fun. Like, you don't feel lonely. You feel like, okay, everybody gets who you are and what you're doing. But it does cause problems when you're together for the holidays or you want to go shopping together in a hotel. You know, it's really scary now with the way Amazon especially is to all be on the same Wi-Fi. It's just real scary. So we just don't do it. Okay, this is a pair of Levi's Student. They're black. Let me see here. Sorry, guys, my nose is itching. I don't know why. Let's see here. Okay, where are you? Where are you? I took an offer on these finally for $34.99. The customer paid $44 total. It sold via promoted listings, so I'll get about 10% less than that. But I'm happy with it. I know I could have held out for more. These are a size 26, though. So when you're getting into a 26 waist, there's only so many people who can wear that, who are actual men. Now, students obviously can wear that. So, and this might be a reseller. I don't know. They have 773 feedback. I really don't concern myself with stuff like that unless it's just out of interest, just to see, you know, just to learn. But I don't go check everybody out or see if they have 0 feedback, if, you know, they're going to pay. Now, there are times when I'm going to maybe accept an offer that's kind of pretty low, or it's still on a big item, and I'll go figure out, okay, is this person going to like get it, say it's broken? Like, do they leave a lot of feedback? So I do actually, on items over $60, $70, I do decide whose offer I'm going to take. Not the price. Like, I'm already willing to take the price, but I just don't want the hassle. So if I go to their feedback left for others and I see that there's someone who every other one is like, didn't arrive, they didn't make it right, or it arrived broken. And once in a while, we all have to leave feedback like that for something we've ordered. But if it's something where just down the line, it's like red, 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 I don't take their offers, and I try to block them, because I'm an honest seller. I would never, you know, sell a counterfeit or sell something that, you know, they have to leave me a negative like that. And I double box everything that I do sell that is glass, which is very few items. I double and triple box it so that it won't get broken. But if, you know, there's someone who doesn't leave a lot of bad feedback and they say it's broken, if there's someone who doesn't do that very often, I take their word for it. You know, they get a refund. So there's really no reason to ever leave me a negative. And so when I look at someone else and they tend to leave a lot of big sellers negatives who I know would have just issued them a refund if they would have asked, I just feel like they're too hasty and I don't sell to them. But you have to balance your time. You can't spend your whole time looking at people's feedback either. At least that's my opinion. Gosh, guys, sorry, this is going to be a long video. Where are we at? We are at 49. Thanks for hanging in there if you have. Okay, what do we have here? This is Santa's Toys. This is a Dimensions, wait, I'm trying to pull it out. Anyway, it's like a felt Santa thing. Now remember, this is after Christmas. So, I mean, to me, this before Christmas would have sold for like 50 or 60. These are really in demand. This is a Dimensions, but it's not like the Dimensions Gold or something. But anyway, so I got to see if this is my son's. I'm going to print it off and then I'll go to the spreadsheet later and see. Now that I'm doing so much for my son, I've started putting in the custom box if this is his. I think this was mine because I just listed it recently, but just in case, I'm going to print this off. Sometimes we're shopping together and he's like, you know, I found this. It's not worth me buying and us both taking half, but you better take this and sell it for yourself. So sometimes it's like I've had this conversation with him and I know he's involved in this item somehow, but it's not really half his because by the time he paid for it, you know, and split it two ways, it's not that big of a profit, but it's like a huge seller. So even on this order earnings after all the shipping and everything, well, let's see, before shipping, because it didn't calculate that because I just now shipped it. But anyway, they paid $6.50 shipping, so it would have been $25.59 minus $6.50. So yeah, we barely would have made each $10 on this. So not that that's not good, because if you do hundreds and hundreds of items and the VA does most of the work, which they do. I do the photos, but the virtual assistant does a lot of the listings in all the different categories. So, you know, to me, it's great money, and especially since we do sell a lot of $40, $50, $100 toys that my son is able to identify, and those are things I would have just walked by. Even if I'm with him, I just don't have the heart to Google Lens a bunch of toys. I'm not into that as much. I'm trying to stay in my niche other than, you know, what I do for him or a couple of people around town. I'll help them out if we happen to know them as friends, but, so anyway, and, you know, first class, that's the thing. I would have just normally put this in a mailer by itself, but now it can't bend, you know, or they'll at least, you know, that's what the rule is. And my post office, I don't know, I think they're less picky than most because they're nice to me, but then if they do that, it can go on the receiving end and then they turn it away too. So I'm glad that my post office is fairly picky. I only got 9% power and my charger's upstairs. Now that's not on my laptop, that's just on my phone, which is fine. It's no big deal. Okay. Let's see, I shipped Saturday morning, so all of these orders, these 32 orders are from, my mail closes at like 9:30 in the morning, so I try to go and do everything that I have up to the time. And so everything here is from Saturday about 9 o'clock till this morning on Tuesday because the mail was closed yesterday. So this is pretty much Monday shipping. So not the biggest number of items, you know, 35 items. I guess that's about 10 a day. That's not bad for what I've been listing, I guess. I had items going up even New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, all of that. I had items scheduled out to go. But of course, there's just a few less customers. Now, this is a Velociraptor mask. It's like a green mask, and we were selling these new on Amazon. They were a good product, but this one, I forgot why Cameron gave it to me to sell. I don't know if the price dropped, or knowing Amazon, they probably decided that the toy needed a safety thing and took it off. You know, who knows? But anyway, he had one of these left. This one does not have a tag, so it might have even been a return. But anyway, I'm going to print off this order for him because we split $34.96. That's before shipping. So the only problem with printing this off before is that it doesn't have the actual shipping cost. So I always go back when I update the spreadsheet and look. So yeah, our amount out is $28.93 before I pay the shipping. This one I'm assuming, let's see, where's it going to? This is going to Florida. So I mean, it may cost me $10. So we might be splitting, we might be splitting $18, but this was clearance for him. And so, yeah, something like that. I had promoted listings on this. I've had this quite a while. Oh yeah, this isn't the address. So you can see I've already had 3 items from my son just out of my 32 items. That's like how much it has grown that we are selling together. And I did photo all this stuff, but the VA just looks at the spreadsheet. I just photo the number on the bag, and so we have a system. So to me, to get half of this much stuff, and I think it's worth it just for taking photos. So that's my thing anyway. This is printing. Eventually I'll learn how to screen share and you know, or leave the boxes open. If I'm going to do these shipping videos a lot, I would just leave the boxes open so I can kind of show you. But putting my stuff away is part of my listing process, and it's just the way I do things. That way in my garage, you know, it protects things a little bit from the elements, because like the last four weeks, man, it has been bitter. It has not just been cold in Wyoming, it's been bitter. And so to me, when I am selling electronics, even if they are for parts, which is how I sell most of my electronics, I still like to know that if they fall off the shelf, they're packaged. The creepiest thing is that mice like electronics, which I don't ever have any mice, but it just creeps me out, you know, to keep a bunch of electronics stored in my garage. And then plus just from the elements and stuff like that. So I pre-package everything. And also, no matter how long I've sold on eBay and done hard goods most of my life, I still get it wrong. Like, I'll think that something is a certain size, but then I don't realize that by the time I add the bubble wrap, it's like that extra inch, and then all of a sudden it's gone up to be really expensive. So I just package it, and I know exactly what something's going to cost me to ship before I ever do it, and it just it works for me. It's a lot more work up front, though. My listing seems to take a lot longer than most people. Okay, now we have, this is a Go Softly. This is kind of a bolo. Let me see if I can find the tag real quick. Go Softly. This is like a patio dress. So you'll find these in the nightgowns or in, let's see, this is just a medium. So not necessarily the larger size, but it's just kind of like a muumuu or a real pretty florally one thing. And a lot of Goodwills put them in the nightgowns or the kind of the robes or whatever. There is a huge following for that particular brand. And I always get, you know, over 20 bucks for them. I'm going to go see what I got on this one. So I always pick up Go Softly, any size, any pattern, long as there's not huge flaws. Seems like I've had some where there was kind of a stain within the pattern and I still sold it. So this one sold for $29 shipped, $21. They did not use a coupon or a promotion on this one, which is nice. It's nice when they have it available and they just want it bad enough, they just choose not to list it. That's the only downside of me ending and relisting, and I only do it on my really old inventory when I'm really doing a complete decision, going through old inventory, deciding on what to do. Do I keep it? Do I relist it? That's the only problem, is that I can't tell how long I've had something, at least specifically, but I know I've had this. Let's see, this is number 3610, and we're on the 3900s now. So I've had it at least about a month. So not too bad. I think they sell fast. This is like rayon, and I'm pretty happy with the sell-through on that. Okay, we are on number 14. Okay, so this is going to cost me $5.82. I charge $6.50, and it's going to cost me $5.82 because it's going to Nevada, close by. That's always nice. Even that little bit, probably if I got this at the bins, just that little 25-30 cents, it at least pays for my mailer. And sometimes if I make 60 or 70 cents, it actually pays for the item itself, so that it kind of covers my cost of goods. I don't really sit here and try to figure out how much I can make on shipping, because it's just not my goal. I just try to buy items that are going to sell fast, that people like. But when it happens and it's just enough to where you don't feel like you have to refund, then that's really nice. Sorry guys, taping these on takes forever. So you might be, hopefully, if you can, do me a favor, like my videos if you feel like they're giving you any value at all. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Kind of got it off kilter. I've been trying to do the no spend thing, or the no spend low spend thing, as much as I can, and it's been really fun because I'm really getting my pantry clean and seeing a lot of progress in there. But if you haven't watched those videos, they do talk about reselling also, and how the no spend, cleaning out your kitchen, kind of helps everything, every aspect of reselling also. But if you haven't watched those videos, take a look. So I just made spaghetti, and I used macaroni. I know that's going to be controversial. I had rigatoni on hand, but I'm trying to, you know, use the closest to expiration stuff. So we're going to have spaghetti with cans of mushrooms. Do not like them at all. Don't like canned mushrooms at all. And then, you know, I just had to buy hamburgers. So basically like a $3 meal, but I'm rotating my pantry, clearing it out. And of course, I'm going to make sure I never buy canned mushrooms again for any reason. I honestly, someone must have given them to me. They're not outdated, but I don't know how I ended up with them. Ugh. So anyway, so I've been doing that too. Okay, now where is my next? I've got to go get my next bag of stuff. So hang on. Sorry about the blank space. Okay, this should be my last IKEA bag full, and then I've got the blow mold that I got to do. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, this is a Dickie shirt. Work shirts sell really good for me. I don't get a whole lot. This one I got $9.72 plus so a total of $14.09, and they did use my 25% off coupon. So, you know, this is a bins thing, and this is actually more like a kind of long sleeve Henley, like a lightweight t-shirt, only long sleeves. And I've had this a long time, even new with tags. I just could not move this for some reason. It's a size medium, you know, so it's kind of just a very common crew neck t-shirt with long sleeves, Henley. And this is number 764, and I'm on number 3,900 of listings. So you can tell I've had this for way over a year, probably a year and a half now since I started using my big numbers. So anyway, but I'm really pushing the clearance, really ending and selling similar, but not just restarting them. I'm finding out why each item hasn't sold. Trying to figure out, you know, was it price? What was the problem? So at the time, I was charging $6 first class shipping. I got I have to pay $5.08. So technically, you know, there's 92 cents there to work with. So I wouldn't do it again. I probably got this at a bins. I can't imagine that I paid $3.50 or something for this at the normal Goodwill. It's possible since it was new at tags, maybe I thought it would sell for more. But anyway, I still made a profit, definite profit, just not something that I would recommend $3.50 to $9, because after the coupon, I certainly wouldn't recommend those margins if that is what ended up happening. But anyway, someone gets a good work shirt. It is out of my store, because to have that, those first 1,000 items that I have, even though most of them have sold in between the numbers, I still have numbers of like 150. So obviously that was about a year and a half ago. Those pull down your store, no matter what anybody says. Unsold items that are old and you haven't done anything with and they haven't sold, those stagnant items, eBay itself says that they really pull down your store. So I try really hard not to do that. And so that's why I'm going to go to the bins, and the reason I have to go to the bins is because I need to get enough for a consignment customer that I shop for them, and they buy it from me. It's a item, I don't want to say what it is, but I don't sell this item. So when I'm at the bins, I pick it up for them, and then they pay me what I feel like is a decent amount, and it just helps offset my time and travel. So I'm going to do that, and I, of course, told them, oh, I'll shop for you, and I'll do all this stuff, and then I haven't sent them anything since that first time, because I haven't gotten back to the bins. So I'm trying to fulfill that promise and do well on that and make some money. Then I need stuff for my consignment store that I sell to, where I buy a lot of my stuff. Let's see what we got now. Okay, so this is a nativity pageant. It's like a Christmas, I don't know, is this Department 56? Let me see what this is. There it is. 11/26. So I don't know if this was Cameron's on the spreadsheet either. I'm going to print this off in case it is. Now that we're doing it, I put Cameron in, like I said, in the custom box. But when we first started listing items for him, I just thought his items were different than mine. Most of them were toys, and so I knew they were things that weren't mine, and it was simple. But now we're shopping together. We're finding a lot of the same stuff, and he's realizing how much, like, Department 56 is worth, things that he never would have picked up. So now sometimes if I don't have it in the custom SKU, I'm not sure if it was mine or his. But that's what the spreadsheet's for, thankfully. So we do have a backup, thing there, but... all right, let's see what our shipping ends up to be on this one. Okay, so let's go to here, and hopefully I have my measurements. See, I always just measure and put it right there so that when I'm redoing it, hopefully not 6 months later, but it happens. Then I can make sure that that got put into eBay and that I'm getting the right shipping. So it did not. See, it just says 111 on the dimensions. So I need to put 15, 13, and 9. It shouldn't affect the price because I do flat rate. So I've already decided what I was going to charge for shipping. So yeah, without putting the dimensions in, it would have been $9.25. With the dimensions, it jumped to $14.42. Thankfully, I collected $12.95, so I kind of missed that, because it is, yeah, $2.12. So see, I still, even with going to Pirate Ship and trying to put in the right dimensions and doing it right, I'm still losing like $2 on shipping because I might have had this in there a while and now the shipping rates are still high, or they went up in the new year. That could have happened. I'm just going to check Parcel Post. It's more. UPS is almost always cheaper for me. So anyway, $14.42. Like today, I'm going out of town an hour and a half on the interstate, and we live 20 miles off the interstate. So in a perfect world, if I knew for a fact that the roads were good and I could get to the UPS store in Laramie, I could go to Pirate Ship, print these off for an hour and a half away, and probably save like $5 a package. but there's just that chance that I'm going to get in the car and get out to the gate 20 miles down the road, and then they turn you away. It doesn't happen that often because the road report is updated pretty well, but it has happened. If road conditions change and you've looked at the roads and then you load up and you get a drink and you load up your cooler and you get a snack and then you get on the road, that's 20 or 30 minute difference and the roads can close. So I don't dare process postage that's going to go from a different town since I don't know if I can get there. So I won't do it, even though it costs more, especially on that blow mold. That would, oof. I'll see where that's going. I mean, who knows how much I could save on that big stinking blow mold thing. I could probably save like even $20 or $30 in shipping, but it's okay. It messes up my system. I don't really want to try to fit that in my car because we're taking our dog out of town too. And that one looks good. I might put one more in the back here. Okay, so this is a UPS. I'll be right back. Are you there? All right, my husband's trying to get ready to come with me, which, like I said, is just a tremendous help. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so this is a cool size 12. Now, there was a flaw on these. Let me make sure you're still with me, first of all. And then, let me go see what the flaw was. Oh, I got 2 new messages. That's the thing. You just always wonder when you're shipping, are they like going to say, oh, I tried to cancel. Yes, I should go look at those messages. Anyway, the flaw on these was, let's see, these were size 12 women's. Several holes or repaired holes in the pants. So lots of holes in these, and I still sold them. Let's see, I was trying to get $12.69, but I took a, let's see, I took a offer here. Let's see what it says. I took an offer of $9 plus $16.78. They did not use my coupon. And maybe it was because it was an offer. I think actually this morning I just took the offer. I saw that it had flaw. I put flaw or read in the title. And that way, when I first get up in the morning or whenever I'm taking offers on my phone, I'm just like, yes, you know, something flawed. If I can get, let's see, it'd be about $8 after my promoted listings or more. I'm more than happy with that. I'm sure I must have gotten these at the bins, gotten excited, saw cool, and just grabbed them. At the bins, I will grab cool even if I know there are flaws. Like, I probably might have known this. And then it's kind of not too close to me where this is going, but anyway, shipping is $4.67 and I charged $6.50. So I'm actually getting, you know, $10 profit minus eBay fees. Not bad on a flawed piece of pants. Pair of pants. I can talk. There's hope. Let's see. Okay, nothing there that's urgent. I do have elderly parents, so, you know, could I get more done if I ignored my phone for 4 straight hours? Yes. And they would probably call my husband if there was a true emergency. So theoretically, do I need to be looking at my phone? No. But like when my dad calls, I did want to, even though we're in the middle of making a video, I did want to text and just say, hey, I'll call you right back. And then if he would have said, no, it's an emergency or something, then of course I would have, you know, dropped everything. I won't go into detail on it. If you watch my channel for a long time, you already know. But anyway, when you have had a loss in your life and that last phone call is very urgent. Let me just say that. You are very grateful that you interrupted your work for that last phone call. And so, you know, I'm all for discipline. I'm all for productivity. I'm all for efficiency. I'm all for all of those things. That's one of my big goals this year. But, with family, I do not ignore phone calls because I've had tragedy happen, and those last words that you get with your loved one are all you get. And so just don't do that. It's not worth it. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Yeah, and my parents are both 75 and they're both in good health, but I just feel like, you know, time's limited. I don't care if they live to be 90 or 100. To me, that's still limited time. It's just, you know, I just don't like to think about it. All right, here is Cross Your Heart Dimples Zippy. It's another craft kit. This one is not by as well known of a company, but I check all of these craft kits all the time. Let's go see what we got here. Okay, this one, I got $34. They did not try to use a coupon. $43 shipped. A lot of times I sell these craft kits to what's a person, but it's a company that buys them off of me. Then they put them on their own eBay store, and they have all craft kits, so they sell a lot of them. And I'm always happy when they come along. They never return them, whatever. I don't recognize this name, and their feedback isn't enough to be that company. That company has, like, I don't know how much feedback. But I'm always happy when they come and buy from me. So sometimes, you know, I'll purposely underprice. What I really need to do is when I list them, go message that lady, because she's bought multiples from me many times. So I made a little on the shipping. I charged $6.25 for shipping, and I'm only paying $5.23. So print that. I love craft kits, you know, and I think there are exceptions, but a lot of the areas where I sell or buy from, they don't recognize how expensive some of those craft kits can be. Normally it's just the cross stitch. The plastic canvas do okay for me. Some of the other more intricate crafts, I can't even think what they are. Crewel sometimes will do okay for me. But really it's the cross stitch. It just, Dimensions Gold. If you see Dimensions and it says gold behind the name, I mean, if it's under $5, you know, at least grab it and put it in your cart and then go look it up. Because, you know, boy, we did really good this summer on some Dimensions Gold. I was getting like $80 on these horse ones. You can actually go look that up. Now that eBay lets you have 2 years worth of sold, you can go look it up. There's Dimensions Gold Equine. My son found that one because he knows about them. I'm not sure what we ended up getting on that. Over $40, I want to say. And then I had a different horse one, and mine went for higher than even that one. So don't miss out on Dimensions Gold. Okay. I'm trying. I hate having to use tape like this. Look how much longer it's taking me. Don't let yourself run out of supplies. This is such a pain. I would never do this. Those envelopes cost me, I don't know how much they cost me. Probably 10 cents a piece, maybe in the end by the time I pay shipping. But to me, my time is worth a lot. And look how much extra time it's taken me to do this. Especially on a day when I'm trying to hurry and get out of here to the bins. All right, we got an IKEA bag to go, guys. All right, Jansen. Okay, this is a swimsuit. You know, same question. Do you hold a swimsuit till summer? I just sell things all year long. Sometimes they get caught in my sale. And I get less for them. Let's see here. Jansen. Okay, I got $6.99 plus shipping. Sold via promoted listings. They did not use my coupon. So, you know, I probably sold this in the end for like $5. After eBay fees, I probably made like $3 on this thing is all. It's a nice one. It has ruching on it. It's pretty. It's a size 12. I'm not sure if I picked this up in the bins during summer when, you know, any brand of swimsuit you can still get 12 for. I'm not sure why I have this, but anyway, it's going to Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's bless somebody else with it. Get it out of here. Okay, print. I sold this. I'm excited about it. Finally, I don't know if I even got $5, but it's a really rare, interesting coffee bookmark. Now, see, I had this package to go, and now USPS, I've had it long enough that the USPS changed the rules on the first class, so I'm probably going to have to, like, throw that in something else that has some kind of backing to it. I'm going to have to maybe stick it in a little box. I keep really lightweight, little thin boxes on hand now for stuff like that, because the craft kits, they can't just go in a mailer anymore because of, you know, at least that's what I'm hearing, the USPS, it can't be flimsy. And so just trying to keep their addresses private. That's why I'm trying to do it over there. All right. That one, which is strange to me, because why can clothing go first class and it's bendable, but you can't send like a craft kit? So I don't get it. Okay, this is nice. This is really, 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 really nice. This is a good sale. Okay, so took me forever to see the name on this. I think I showed this in my what to buy video, but anyway, this is called a Takeda Hideo satin jacket. And I put Y2K, I put embroidered. It said 2004. A guy, let's see, I know it's being shipped through to the US, but he lives somewhere else. But anyway, he's got good feedback. He sent me a picture of one that he has, so he's obviously a collector. I did everything I could. I went to Terapeak for the last 2 years. I went to eBay. Someone on eBay had one for about 60 bucks. But, you know, I was looking on Google, and just these satin jackets by this particular embroidery artist or artist, whatever you want to say, are rare. So I priced mine real high. And I got 110 plus $126.95 total to the customer. So on this one, I am going to first send it priority, even though it's a satin jacket and it doesn't need to be. And I prepackaged that. I knew that. I knew that this would go over $75. And the insurance on the Postal Service is kind of worthless, so I don't know why I care about the insurance. You're never, I mean, you're going to have to fight to ever get a postal claim. That's just my opinion. But, because the few times I've ever needed it, I just could not get it. But anyway, so I'm not going to necessarily tack on additional liability coverage, because I just don't feel like I'm ever going to, it's a waste of $3. But I am going to do signature at delivery. Now that's controversial. This is only a $100 item. Some customers kind of don't like that. Sometimes they have to go down to the post office and pick it up. But you know, it's $3. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So it's going to cost me $11.40 total, and they only paid $6.50 in shipping. So I am losing a little bit of money on just making sure that they sign for it. But I think it is a small protection. So anyway, I'm going to make sure I clicked, because I'm talking. Yeah, make sure. Don't want to mess up my shipping because I'm talking too much here. So yeah, that was a great sale. That was a good sale. So, okay. Just a few more, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. Waiting for this to print. Yeah, see, look. Yikes, I don't even know. Yikes, guys. I might run out of tape. I might actually have to go to the post office and buy some tape. Let's hope that there's more tape on there than it looks like. Oh my goodness. Goodness. Like I truly don't have like a spare roll of any kind. I used to buy eBay tape, but I just never was using it. It just wouldn't, like especially on hard goods, it just wasn't sticky enough in my opinion. And so, goodness, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I may have to, my son, who lives where we're going, he has huge amounts of eBay tape on hand all the time because he, you know, ships shipments to Amazon. So so if I can get there today, I'll get one off of him and pay him back when my Uline comes in. But that isn't going to help me with today's shipping, is it? I can't believe I did that, really. And I can go pay like $12 for like really horrible tape from up here at the USPS. Ugh. Just makes me mad at myself. So anyway, Wrangler pants. I was doing a ton of Wranglers, and I was just doing so many hundreds of pairs that they actually sold for like $12 plus shipping, and they were going good. This pair, though, hung around for a long time because it's a size 42-30, which already is just, you know, much bigger waist than proportionately in the inseam. And then it was hemmed. And so it really turned out to be a size 38 waist by 26. Normally, if someone wants a return for fit, I require them to send it back because I resell it. On this, though, if for some reason it doesn't fit. I mean, it took so long, and this is such an odd size that I truly would just give the guy a refund and say just throw them away, because I've learned, you know, not to do that. Yeah, actually, I'm going to conserve tape. Boy, I'm really being thrifty now. This is just crazy. I have some priority stickers, and I have some ready to ship stickers in there that are really, really big. I guess I could, on the sides of all the labels, put ready to ship on, like big yellow labels. Oh, it's just kind of crazy. Crazy, crazy to let yourself get this low. And then now I'll have a whole case of tape that's just sitting here for like, 3 months and may not even end up using it. It all depends on how many hard goods I do. Now that I order the mailers, I don't use tape on a label ever. Once in a very great while. Like this one, there's plenty of room for the flap to go over, but I just put one little piece of tape. And that's the kind of stuff I would use the eBay tape for. So maybe I will on this month's or this quarter's coupon for eBay. Maybe I will go ahead and spend a little bit of my money on eBay tape, because I do like the way it looks. I like having a big piece of eBay tape showing, and sometimes if I have to reinforce the label, then it says eBay on it, and I don't mind that. And it is much, much cheaper to get free on your store anyway. So maybe I need to break down and keep eBay tape on hand. I might have to. Might have to do that. Okay, so, and this is just ridiculous to maneuver. No matter what you do, you end up getting it crooked. So, try to do that. Okay. Trying to use the least amount I have to use here. Oh. I can feel it. That was it. Oh, okay. So I am going to go ahead and show you quickly the rest, and then I'm going to have to take this load down, buy a roll of tape, or go borrow one from a gal I know who sells on eBay. She probably has eBay tape. I don't know if she uses a lot of others. So I have 8 more orders to go. We're $370, and it's $11.59. So I got to get going. But let me show you real quick what else did sell. So the coffee bookmark, and plus you don't need to see me put tape on something. That has to be the most boring thing. I finally just took an offer of $4.26. They also got my 25% off coupon. No promoted listing. $7.49 total shipped. I couldn't get that sold. I thought it was really cool. It's like some vintage coffee brand from, I don't know, it has to be like 50 years old now, but anyway. This is a Crazy Horse skirt. It's like a denim Y2K type boho skirt. I took $8. The customer paid $15.52 total on that one. No coupon or promoted listing used. This one is a pair of Salvatore Ferragamo Verabo shoes. So I have bubble wrap galore in here so that the bows don't get hurt at all. But I got $45 plus shipping, so $58.27. They used promoted listings, but no coupon on that one. So that was a great sale. I'm happy with that one. All right. Then this is a Galena dress. Oh, I hope it's the one that I've had for like ever. Let me see. Where are you? Oh, maybe I grabbed the wrong one. No. Oh, I see. That was an old dress that I finally got rid of. I just couldn't sell. Okay, this is a Levi's denim jacket, 506, Y2K distressed and fraying, and I got $40 plus shipping, $53.25, no promotions, no anything on that one. Then this is a Wonder Woman costume. This was really cute. It's like really vintage, but she only wants the top to it, and I have that in my messages. So she paid $15 plus shipping, $21.50 for just this real like flimsy shirt. or kind of a tank top type thing. That's a vintage Wonder Woman. The underwear part are worth more. They're vintage Carter's Wonder Woman. So I don't know, but anyway, I'm happy to do that. I don't normally like to break up things, but she paid so much, I'm happy. Then this is something I've had forever. I don't even know what it is. Let me see. It's like some kind, oh, well, there went that. Good thing it was, this is a Puzzle Master Mind Boggler thing. I've had it for absolutely forever. I took $1.85 plus shipping just to get it out of my store. I had like some really old stuff. That's probably what happened with the coffee bookmarker too. I was just trying to get them out of there before I had to go in by hand and donate them. So anyway, that is it, except for the Carolina Enterprises Blow Molds Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny Rabbits. I got $100 plus shipping, so that's $166.81. It was sold via promoted listings, but that was on offer. They did not use a coupon. And let me see what my shipping is going to cost me. See if I'll make anything on the shipping just based on where it's going. Let us see. And then I'm going to let you go, guys. Thanks for hanging in there for this long shipping video. So yeah, it's going to cost me $41.56 and they paid $57. So by the time I go buy $12 in tape in order to send it, or at least put the label on, usually I completely tape these up unless I'm worried someone might have questions. So it was 10 pounds and real huge dimensions. The biggest one is 26 inches. So yeah, they're going to pay $41.56 to Illinois. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Thanks for hanging in there. It made shipping a lot more fun, and we will catch you later. Bye-bye.